Hello and welcome to Friendship
Theory!
A podcast by Friendzone where we introduce theories about friendship found on the internet or submitted by all of you. I'm Grace and today we have with us Abigail and Kendis, friends from Friendzone. Today we will be introducing a theory that I came up with and I have thus coined the same name theory. So the same name theory is the idea that two people who have the same name are unlikely to be close friends. So for example, my name is Grace.
Yes.
And there are a lot of Graces that exist in society, but I'm not close to any of these Graces.
Oh.
Yes. What are your thoughts on this theory?
I would say half truth. I feel like I have friends who have common names, but then they don't have other friends. Or they don't share friends who have the same name.
Same name?
Yeah.
How about you, Abigail?
Well, my name is Abigail, so it's a very, very common name. So I've met other Abigails, but I can sort of agree. I don't have like close friends called Abigail as well.
Maybe acquaintances or like friends, but not like same, friend group or like besties. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's pretty true. Like I can sort of agree with that.
I think like the underlying thought of it is that you're already the person of their friend group. So there can only be one of you.
Yeah, the Grace.
Yeah, I'm the Grace. There can only be one Grace in the social circle.
I mean, but we have like mutual friends who share same name. Then they kind of like overcome the issue by calling each other by their surnames instead, right?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, I see it's more of a guy thing. Okay, so I was from a school with a lot of guys last time. And then there are a lot of Johns, right? And there's like John Wong, John Tan, John Lim, John John... etc.
John.
Yes.
John.
Yeah, then they just go by like variations of the like Jono or like Toch or like...
What? Who is Toch?
So I think it's John Tan. Then they flip the T. So it's just like T-O-J. Or maybe
Okay,
it's
Toch.
John Do. I don't remember. But yeah, his nickname was Toch. Hi Toch.
Yeah, it could be a guy's thing. Because I think like for our friends, they just call each other by their surname or like you put like abbreviations like tall John or like small John, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think for girls, it's lesser of that.
Do you think we like unconsciously try not to seek out people with the same name? We are like, okay, we same name means we can't be best friends. Is that a thing? Do you all find yourself doing that?
I mean, I don't, but I think it's kind of weird. Yeah, because like when you say your name, but you're calling someone else, you're like it feels weird. It doesn't roll off my tongue well, like for me.
Does it feel like you're speaking in third person?
Yes. It's true though.
Right.
Do you?
I'm just trying to think.
Can you say it like Grace? Hi, Grace.
Hi Grace. Okay, so
Yeah.
fun story, my fiance's sister, so my eventual sister-in-law, is also called Grace. So that was like... At the start, that was just... I won't say strange, but strange. Yeah. I don't really interact with many other Graces.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess if I eventually get married to him, when I eventually get married to him, then I will share the same last name. Then it'll be two Grace Tans. Yeah. So it's very funny because I have a middle name. Or not middle name, my name is Grace Ann.
Yeah.
Chua. And then no one else calls me Grace Ann except for my boyfriend's mom. Because
To
differentiate like Grace Ann. Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned your future sister-in-law is also called Grace.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Since you'll be in a position where you're hanging out more with someone with
Another
the same name.
Grace.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, I guess I get along with her. So personality-wise, like, we send each other memes. Because the relationship matters more than the name. It's just a bit more amusing. Then sometimes when we like tease my fiance, then it'll be like, see, two Graces are like scolding you now. Or like, two Graces are upset with you now. Or something like that.
That's quite funny.
Double impact.
I guess like for me, because I did have a friend like Abigail, but so we look at like the different, like how we're different. So I'm like taller and she's like smaller. So how people differentiate is like, oh, there's small Abigail or like
Yeah, but big Abigail sounds bad. But so like the other one is small Abigail and I'm just like Abigail. Or we try to differentiate like by nicknames. So or like
So you're
middle
like
names.
A, Abigail, then she's B, Abigail. Like A and B, C. Then there's a third one, there's a C.
Abigail.
so we try to use like differentiating,
Yeah.
like how we look and stuff like that to differentiate.
So, like, just like a fun fact, I'm Kendis, but my name is spelled like Kendis. So, clearly I haven't met anyone with my name. So I wouldn't say like I relate to what you feel. But
Because there's no other people the same name.
no someone with the name Kendis is my friend. So
Because there are no other
there are
Kendis.
no other, yeah, because there are no other Candices. Yeah, so but I would love to meet someone with the same name as me. Like, wow, can you tell me about your life as someone with a very unique name?
Have you ever tried to like search on Facebook or LinkedIn for other Candices?
I tried googling like just Kendis, right? But the only person that comes out is some South African like reporter, a male reporter.
A male reporter. Okay.
So I'm like, I guess maybe it's really not that common. But I think I've seen a friend's Instagram story. Like she tagged someone else called Kendis. So it's like the same exact spelling. I'm like, she knows 2 Candices with the same spelling in her life. How special is that?
I guess it's also the mentality about how you feel about having, like if you're excited to meet someone with the same name. I once joked before with a friend that we should have a Grace party. You bring a +1, but your +1 is called Grace.
Oh, that is so cool. And so weird.
So the parties will only accept Graces.
Like friends plus Graces. Or it could just be like a Grace party, I
Grace
guess.
party.
I don't know what we would do.
Like a normal party, but like the rule is your name must be Grace.
Do you hear about this? I think it was in America. They had a Josh competition.
Yeah, they call all the Joshes together, yeah.
What do they do?
It's like a big Josh off. Josh face off. Then they had different activities like what the activities are?
I know there was like a sword fight.
Like,
Yeah, like Star Wars style.
okay.
Yeah.
and then like the winning Josh was a small young boy.
Yeah, a
That's
small
so
kid.
cute. Did they let him win?
I don't know.
Probably.
That's so cute though.
I just thought of a Abigail joke. On the topic of like if there were 2 Abigails,
Oh no.
then they would be not Abigail, they would be 2 Bigales.
Okay.
Okay, anyway,
That was good.
thanks.
You sound very reassuring.
So to conclude this conversation, we will now be passing our verdict on how legit we think this theory is. So the scale is L to legit. And the idea is that if you think this theory is legit, you give it full marks, which is LEGIT. If you don't think this theory is legit, it just gets an L. And if you think it's kind of like in between, it gets a LEG or like a leggy or like a L. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Kendis?
I think as someone who hasn't really met others, I think it's a leg for
The
me.
leg.
So like I'm hearing stories about how this can be true, but because I haven't experienced it personally, it's a leg for me. LEG. Yeah. What about you?
I think for me, it's legit. Just because, like, I can agree. Like, I want to be the only Abigail of my friend group.
I want to be special.
But, like, yeah, maybe it's just personal. So I think it's legit.
I guess it's a leggy for me. Just because even though I mean, this conversation has gotten me thinking that it is possible to be friends with someone else with the same name as you. I guess it also comes down maybe to context. Yeah, like now I have to be friends with another Grace. But other than that,
It's true.
yeah, you know, or maybe like if you have like a project group or something where you have to interact a lot, then maybe there's more opportunity for you to interact. But I feel otherwise you wouldn't necessarily seek out other people of the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's a leggy for me. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode of Friendship Theory.
A big thank you to everyone for tuning in, and we hope you learned something new today. If you'd like to follow us, you can find us on Instagram at FriendzoneSG.
If you have enjoyed this episode and would like to hear more from us, you can subscribe to us by clicking on the button below.
Hope to see you on the next episode of Friendship Theory! And today's Friendship Trivia is brought to you by Abigail.
Me. So, do you know how long the average friendship actually lasts?
No.
No. Let me guess. I would say like 5 years.
5? Okay, that's pretty close. So, according to a Dutch study, actually, the average friendship lasts for 7 years. After which, if your friendship actually lasts beyond the 7 years, it basically means that your friendship will last forever.
Oh.
Yes, but it doesn't make it to the 7 years then. Well, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I see.
Just to make sense on like the 7-year itch thing. So like even happens with friendships. Not the
Yeah.
7-year itch.
7 year age?
It's like
Yeah, like it's a couple's like in romantic relationships, after 7 years you feel the itch, which is
To like end the relationship or like get bored. Or
yeah, you just
something.
get bored
I
basically.
see.
Yeah.
So 7 is the magic number for everything.
Could be.
Another friendship trivia for today. Did you know what the root word of friend is? So the root word of friend is derived from the Old English word friend, which means to love or to favor. And actually, in different cultures, the word friend has different root words, which mean different things. So for example, in Arabic, the word friend comes from a root word which means truth. So the idea of like, who is your friend? The idea is someone who tells you the truth. Yeah. Or like in Danish, the root word of friend means beautiful. So different cultures have different root words to express the idea of friendship.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Chinese? 朋友. What's the root word of 朋? Like, oh,
朋.
朋 maybe like the two people together.
Isn't
Sorry, my
that how they
Chinese
write
is
it? Like that's why it's two people.
Two moons.
Yeah.
2月. Sorry, my Chinese is terrible.
Yeah. So
I'm
朋 is
not
like...
Chinese.
No, sorry. This is the theory part. We're just making assumptions.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Now
Yes.
you know. Right?
Friendship theory.
Friendship
trivia.
Friendship trivia.
Friendship trivia.
friendship trivia.
Introducing friendship trivia.
Trivia.